Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is part 2 of the series. So if you missed part 1, there'll be an annotation on the screen now. You can check it out. I actually listened to it recently, and I thought it was really good. And I'm like, wow, Woody, sometimes you actually pull off some pretty good commentaries. And I listened to this, the second one, and I was like, it's not good enough to match the first. So here I am, doing it again, making sure that I don't put up videos on my channel that suck. Anyway, annotation on the screen, click it if you missed part 1, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So here's the deal, the background on this. The first half of this was really hard fought. You can see the score is tied 1-1, and it's because the other team didn't suck. We actually played together with those other players, and we just rolled over them. And then what happened is the two best players that weren't like Onslaught or me, they ended up on the other team, and we're like, all right, here it goes, game on. So this is it, hard fought game. And to quote Waterworld, killing ain't easy, and I'm not a good one to start with. That's right. All three of you. Bring it, because I'm here and I'm here to win. So we're here. We're trying to prevent them, I think, from getting these plants. So we just have to keep getting these diffuses, And not only are these players pretty good, not only are they playing to win, as opposed to just jackasses running around playing team deathmatch in a game mode like Demolition. They're playing to win. They're playing the objective. They're pretty good, and they're using tack inserts. And my gosh, tack inserts in Demolition are so powerful. My friends and I consider tack inserts to be cheap, and from that, I guess we just took it from like the competitive scene where tack inserts are illegal. But then again, I drop claymores and stuff, and I don't consider them cheap. So I don't know. There's a little hypocrisy there. I can't quite explain it. But I rarely use tack inserts because I don't know. They just don't sit right with me. But in Demolition, see, the penalty for dying in Demolition isn't the death itself. I guess a little bit to the extent where it ends your kill streak. But the real thing about Demolition is you're trying to get map control. You're trying to get your body and your teammates over to the bomb plant so that you can plant and own or defuse and prevent the plant. But if you have tack inserts, then there's almost no penalty for dying. You're just instantly in a good spot, and they come again and again and again in waves and waves and waves. Check out this awesome aim. I'm sure at least a couple of those bullets hit that guy. So, anyway, the other thing is this. So I have been playing more Call of Duty actually recently. I like this game, by the way. I should talk about that in another commentary. But I've been playing more and more lately, and my shot has been on point. And then this night, not so much. I think some of it is the connection to host. To me, the ideal connection in Black Ops is to be really close to the host. In all the previous Call of Duties, ideally you were the host. If you were host, you were in really great shape. In this game, I don't think you want to be host. I think what's happened is, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and all these guys, as the Xbox ages, they figure out how to strangle every last CPU cycle out of this Xbox. They figure out how to get as much as they possibly can from each of the from the consoles. So. Now, I think the ideal thing to be is not to be host. Host isn't bad, but I think what you really want to be is near the host. If you're near the host, then you get that host-like experience without giving your Xbox the workload of figuring out what all the other machines are doing in an effort to, whatever, right? If you're a host, your game has responsibility for more than just you. It has responsibility for everyone, putting that together, figuring out who's dead, who's alive, and that's a lot of workload on the machine. So. Yeah, where am I headed to on this? I think that in previous nights I've either been host or had great connections to the host, and my gun just gets sucked right on target. My aim seems so great. My reaction seems so fantastic, even though I'm 7,000 plus years old. And in tonight, I didn't pull host so much. What do you say? So, or not pull host. I wasn't near the host, and I was kind of just playing ordinary. But I'm proud of this game. I read some of the comments from the first one, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're really not good at this game, dude." I had 2 plants, I had 5 diffuses, I had like a 2 KD. That's not bad. I'm proud of this game. I did fine. This team would not have been the same team as I'm didn't own telling about how good I am. But this team would have struggled a little bit had I not been on it. I was part of the win on this team. Now you check the scoreboard at the end, and you'll see I was part of that winning effort. I really was, and nothing to be embarrassed. You don't have to pull 30 KDs to have good games. There are other ways to help your team win, and that's it. And by the way, I don't give a crap about my KD, but I do try to win each game. If I lose a game, I feel like, oh man, that really stinks. This didn't go right. Whereas I think there are other players who, in an objective game type, will see themselves go like 30-10 and be like, it wasn't my fault. No, it was your fault, man. Where were those 30 kills? Were they on the objectives? How many defends do you have if this is domination we're talking about? Be that guy that makes your team win. Don't just, go for kills. That's lame. Any jackass can do that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about was this Black Ops. So I like this game. I think it's become popular to bag on Black Ops for some reason, but games are never really appreciated. I sped up the host migration here. Games are never really appreciated in their time. COD 4, which is often considered like the high watermark in the Call of Duty series, in its time, people hated it. Oh my gosh, the leading commentators of the COD 4 day would just sit there and talk about how, Frag Times 3 was terrible. You're born with an airstrike in your pocket. They'd sit there, they were making up t-shirts about it. The other thing was they fussed about the hit detection in the game. And by the way, the hit detection in COD 4 is not nearly as good as it is in modern Call of Duties. If you were to go back to that game, I remember Wings of Redemption was talking about World at War. He's like, no, the hit detection in that game is fine. You just have to lead your shots. And it's like, really? Well, not when you're host. So there's a lot of good things about this game that I think are unappreciated. People talk about how it's unbalanced because the FAMAS is the best gun in the game. Even though they made the FAMAS worse, it's not nearly as OP as it was, a couple months ago. But people talk about that, and it's like, man, if you were to take a game like Modern Warfare 2, which they are now saying is good, do you remember how hated Modern Warfare 2 was, in its prime? It was terrible. Do you remember that Modern Warfare 2 took like 4 months before they had game-breaking bugs fixed out, like Rust domination games, 18 on 18 or 18-player Rust domination games, care package glitches, both of them on the Xbox. There was another big one too. The care package glitches, the Rust domination, and the Javelin glitch. Oh my gosh, how much did that suck? So in the day, people fussed about COD 4. They fussed about Modern Warfare 2, and they fussed about World at War. They didn't even play World at War. Never got big on the YouTube scene really, and now they look back at these games as if they are better than the current one. I am confident that in retrospect, people will look back at Black Ops and see it as one of the most balanced and one of the best, playing games. So that's just me. I do kind of like the extra quick kills. I don't know. We'll see what we say. What are you doing, buddy? Why are you laying there? Your team badly needs a plant. You're about to lose this game and you're laying on the ground? Jackass. I win, you lose. So anyway, Black Ops is a better game than most people give it credit for. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. If you did, then you can click on the red box and subscribe to my channel and check out these other videos. All right, and now for 2 videos you may have missed. The one on the left is one of those games where everything went right, and pretty high energy commentary. I think you guys will like it. On the right is Painkiller Ready 69. Painkiller Ready 69 is everything that I dream of Painkiller being. It was a really good show. If nothing else, check out the first 60 seconds of it for an awesome laugh. So have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed the video.